What's up, everybody? It's Luke James, not the singer. If you're looking to get your music reviewed, you can hit up this email that's right here. But today I'm going to hit you up with a quick review for Boz's new album called Milky Way. Boz is a rapper from New York who signed to J.Cole's Dreamville label, and I really did like his last project, Too High to Riot. I actually reviewed that with Anthony Fantano, so if you want to see our thoughts on it, you can check out the Needle Drop channel. But hey, like I said, I thought this was a good start for Boz. At least this was the first project I had heard from him, although I do know he had one before that. It just didn't make my year-end list or anything like that. But as for this record right here, there are certainly some things about it that I really like. I think the single Tribe might be one of my favorite tracks of the year. You're getting this bright and bouncy guitar feel from it, as well as rapid flows and sing-songiness from him and J. Cole. And J. Cole had a nice line on here. He spits, "In the backyard with the muzzle on tail, wagging like Oregon Trail." You just can't hate on that reference because that is a classic game. At least that's what I took it as, because it has a wagon on the cover and that was one of the main parts of the game. So that was pretty cool and something that I liked as a video gamer. I also like the opening track, Icarus. This one is obviously a reference to Icarus and how he flew too high to the sun. So this one here is kind of introspective and has Boz touching on his come up and some of the issues he's dealt with. But you're also getting some very smooth production on here that builds up. I love how slow it creeps in before the deep bass and drums come into full effect. And him and Ari Lennox, or Ari Lennox, I think it's Ari Lennox is how you say it, they bring some nice vocal blends on this track. So I thought it was a nice way to kick everything off. I'd also throw Boca Raton out there as one of the better tracks. You're getting a quality beat here that has a little bit of like a tropical feel to it, for lack of a better way to describe it. And I like the Ferg verse, man. He got that charismatic and comical shit that he always does every time you see him featured. He says, "I put a hurtin' on her nanny, anaconda through her body, got her screaming golly." Just the idea of a girl screaming out golly during sex is funny to me, like she's doing all this nasty ass shit, but God forbid she cuss. She gotta be like, "Golly gee, hoo hoo, goody goody gumdrops," on some Care Bear type of shit. Maybe Ferg is fucking around with Care Bears. I don't know, this shit is wild, but I just thought that was kind of funny, and Ferg has a nice performance on that track. But one of the main issues I have with this project is that Boz is mostly coming through with fillerish bars. You are getting some stuff here about his coming up from humble beginnings, obviously, and also some stuff about girls and relationships, but none of it really stuck to me, man. There's not a lot of memorable bars on this thing. He's kind of just going through the motions, but that's not me saying he's a bad rapper, so don't take it that way. I do like his rap voice as well as the way that he flows, so he certainly sounds good, and the production here is good. I just think this is one of those projects that sounds good but doesn't leave much of an impression. There's not a lot of depth, content, or lyrical ability on display here, in my opinion, and that's really what I wanted to hear from Boz. I actually had the same sort of idea about his last record, but that one had some better production, better hooks, better pretty much everything. I definitely think this is a step down from his last record, but probably still worth the listen if you like Boz. I mean, he's not doing anything too different. I also got to say that his singing is kind of lackluster in spots. Obviously, he's not trying to be an R&B singer who's belting out and hitting all these notes, but the singing on this just gets kind of dry, man. You take that dry-ass singing and the lack of depth and lyrical content, and it really just feels kind of like a boring project, to be honest with you. Again, I don't think this shit is bad. Certainly wouldn't say it's trash, because I enjoyed my listen and I can work with some of these vibes, but I just feel like Boz can do better, man. I didn't come out of this feeling like I knew much about him, very generic and fillerish with those bars, almost like he's half-assing it, you know what I mean? A little bit lackluster. Throw in some odd production choices like the songs Sanufa or Sanufa, however the fuck you say it, and Rockets. These two tracks just sound like something you would hear blasting out of the mall at a clothing store for like young girls or something. Like you're walking by and it's like I don't know what that shit was supposed to be, man. It's like some dance music type of shit. Sometimes that can work. Like, I like an upbeat feel to a track, but I thought these two beats really didn't do many favors for him, so I didn't like those tracks, man. I really was just disappointed with this one. I would still go with a 3 out of 5 because I think it's good and it's worth your time, but I just also feel like Boz can do more than this, man. After the wait from his last record, this one certainly doesn't feel better. I think it's a step down, but that's just what I think, man. You know, you guys can check it for yourself and let me know what you think in the comment section. I just want a bit more depth and lyrical ability from Boz, but that's what it is, man. Make sure you leave me those comments. And of course, man, you want to show me love and show me lots of it. Thank you for watching, everybody. I will see you next time.